Hey guys, doing my second round of soap. Here's how the first one looks. It still has that wonderful frothy look. Now this was a thinner soap and it's infused with real cinnamon, natural cinnamon, 100% organic. Over here, I have created what I like to call a yellow fall leaves soap. And what I'm doing here is someone got me this. I think Nate got me this as a stocking stuffer like last year or the year before. And I was going to use it for coffee drinks, but I just drink most of my coffee fairly plain. You know, add a little maple syrup, sometimes cream, but I don't froth anything. Who has the time when working? At any rate, I remembered it. And do you know, I just have to say, here's the brand. This has a battery. I went to open the battery compartment to install a battery and voila, it's there and no corrosion. So always watch that, obviously, because I clean and fix a lot of vintage toys where they've been corroded and I have to clean and fix the leads. At any rate, back to the soap. There was a little bit of a gelatinous glob. That's a fun word, isn't it? That'll perk everybody right up. Gelatinous glob right in there. And everything else looked great. So I've got a little foam out of this. Reminds me of meringue because of the beautiful yellow color. Kind of reminds you of eggs too, doesn't it? Like maybe the store-bought eggs where the yolks are not as bright in orangey color as fresh farm eggs. But look at that. Look at what it does. I'm loving this look. Because then I almost feel like in the summer I could do a lemon scent. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And notice I'm not lifting it too high, otherwise it will splatter everywhere. But it's fairly quiet too. And at first when I put it in there, it seemed like it wasn't working. You just press the top here. Obviously, it's not as fast as my immersion blender that I use to make that soap over there. But this is awesome because I just did a one batch soap to try a new recipe I was working on. So this one's a thicker soap, even without doing the blending. But I'm loving the look of this. And this one also, by the way, is not a foam soap. Now, you could dilute it and use one of the foamer. This one's not a foamer. This one is. Obviously, this is from a different store, but this one that I've done homemade is a foaming dispenser. So you could dilute that and use one to turn this into foaming soap. Also stretches your soap quite a bit further, which is very helpful if you have young kids and you're trying to encourage them to wash and they love the foam. Okay, so look at this.